Welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Proudly presents Take Your Position. It's your boy LR, bringing you the best in 1/6 scale collectibles in any and everything pop culture, as we always do. And look who we have in front of us right now. We have the Batman Arkham Knight Harley Quinn VGM41 video game edition figure in, and I have been waiting for this figure for so long. And to finally have it in front of me right now is promising, because that means we will get that Batgirl soon. And on top of that, if you are an Arkham fan, you can actually add this to your collection. So I'm excited about this. I know you are if you actually have it in hand. But you know what this is about. This is about posing, and we're going to actually pose this figure up. But I just wanted to give you the detail, the quality we actually get with the packaging. Of course, we have that nice little art box in front of us right now with the Harley in front of us. DC logo at the bottom, Hot Toys, Harley Quinn, and video game logo at the bottom. Again, this is like a slip cover. So basically what you do is you slide it out like so. And what you would normally have inside of here is the actual figure. You have the Harley Quinn logo on the side here, the Arkham Batman logo down there. Do like this box on the back, you know what we always get. We get the description, we get all the warnings, everything that actually comes with this. But I took the liberty of taking everything outside the box because, like I said, I know what you want to see is that figure and all the accessories. So as always, when we remove the box, what do we have back there in front of us? Yes, we do. We have Harley herself with all her accessories, and this figure, I must tell you, is amazing. I cannot wait to get this thing out. You see all the accessories that we actually have with this figure. Let's pan down the assortment of hands. We have the bat here, we have her cannon of a gun in front of us, blaster rifle, and we have her nice little pistol here in hand as well. We do have the hammer in hand. I actually put that in hand, so you know she's just holding on, and also the Jack in the Box, you know, her you know, sort of like a Joker type of thing. But yes, this figure is amazing. I cannot wait to get it out. I cannot wait to get going when we come with the accessories. The detail in this figure is simply amazing. If you've had that Arkham figure, you'll know. If you have the game, you know this is very synonymous to the game itself. So much presence in this character, and man, I'm just so happy to finally have her in hand, and I just can't wait to get it going. So again, you know what time it is. This is Take Your Position, and as always, what we're going to do basically is tackle some of the poses. Now, I will say that this figure itself, you have to be careful because it is, you know, pretty much a seamless body that we actually get up top. I don't know about the legs, really restrictive, but you know, we're going to play around with it. And even if we have to go through with like a couple of character poses to stick to that, we're going to do it with some finesse. So you know what time it is. Let's go. Okay, for this pose, we're going to stick with the character pose. We're going to be doing a lot of this with this particular figure because, again, there is a lot of restraint when it comes to the figure itself, but it doesn't, you know, restrict the imagination of what we can actually do to pull off some amazing poses, also to give this character presence. So I'm playing on angles, especially with the lighting and, you know, as well. How I have her angled, how I have her posed. As you can see, basically here, I have this leg tilted in slightly, ankle built, you know, kind of tilted, boot, you know, to the side, sort of cocked to the side as if she's actually standing, tilting on this particular leg here. You know, most of her, you know, pretty much with this particular pose, especially with this particular standing pose, most of her weight is going to be on this leg centered here, but this one is tilted forward. Now we do get the help of the actual stand here, not really too dynamic, but it works for what it does here. And you know, again, I want to stress that this cape or this skirt is wired, so you kind of futz around with it to kind of give it the look that you're looking for. Hand on her waist, that actually on her shoulders, as Harley-esque as she can be. And yeah, I wanted to go with something sort of like that as the beginning pose for this particular figure. Just showing you and showcasing just how stylish you can be with the figure. Again, it's not, you know, especially it's not beyond the realm of capturing a certain pose that's gonna kind of capture the essence of Harley. Spider-Man on the brain. Harley. But yeah, you can do so. Again, bat on her shoulder, head tilted to the side. It's more so of a character pose, but again, it's an amazing pose. Something that you can actually get in your DTOF, and especially for those, again, who don't want to damage the integrity of the character, you kind of get something like this. And it's amazing. It's simple, it's effective, but again, we're playing on angles. And that's the best way to basically do it with these figures, angles. As you can see, you know, the bat is resting on her shoulder as typical Harley. Arm on the waist, leg here. This is a beautiful figure. I can't say it enough. It is an amazing looking figure. This is Harley in her splendor. So yeah, if you want to pull off something like this, it's not very hard. It does give you everything that you would actually want in this figure, especially for posing attributes. I love it. I love everything about her. I love her stature. I love the way it looks. I just love the figure. I mean, as a DC Marvel fan, again, I don't purchase figures that I don't like and I don't love. And again, I purchased this with my own money. You know, I'm not tied into any type of company. I'm not getting free figures. I'm paying this basically with my own money. And that's just the way it is. So again, if I'm paying for it with my own money, that means I love this figure. And you will too. So yeah, this is the first pose. Actually one of many poses. And I'm very proud of it. So yeah, I think you'd like it too. So on to the next, but enjoy this.
In the land.
And here's another play on angles with this particular character. Here we have the bat on the shoulder, leg again tilted up, the weight on the right leg as usual, but this time the left arm out to the side, hand pivoted back. Again, playful with Harley, effective, but with this character, as you can see, she does everything. Beautiful. And again, a lot of these are character poses, but again, as acrobatic as she is, we're not going to pull that off with this particular suit because again, it is restraint sort of. So we want to actually just play around with the character as is, you know, the movement according to what we get from the actual figure itself. Again, we don't want to damage the figure too much. But again, you can do what you can with it. And I love the simple fact that we have these attributes with this character. Again, as you can see down here, we have the leg tilted up, this leg slightly back, this leg tilted forward, cocked up slightly. And you can get the wrinkle out of these pants. So don't really worry about that. It's not really too much. It's the material that they actually use for it. It's sort of like a rubberized, you know, it's supposed to mimic spandex a little, but it's sort of rubberized. It's here. Again, you can see the way I have her arched head tilted slightly up over the bat, a little playful, but she's ready to do damage. I like how we have the battle damage on the actual bat here, so I really love that. I love what we get from it. Again, this is resting on the shoulder, figure tilted back. You get a chance to see basically once I spin it on the platform, but I really love it. I love what I'm able to do with it thus far without really worrying about the you know, restrictions sort of. And it's not the lack of articulation. I'm pretty sure we would get that if we didn't have the suit the way it was. But again, I could still play around with it and get what I want. I wanted to actually give her the elegance that she has as a figure without taking away from her, you know, menacing, you know, the prowess that she actually has as a heroine slash anti-hero. But I love Harley. I love this character. I have the Suicide Squad version and I have this version, so I just love her as a character. If you have this on order, you will be pleased once you get her in hand. It's an excellent figure. Doesn't get a lot of love, and this is actually one of my favorite figures from the ARKHAM series. So yep, there you go, in all her splendor. I love her. I love her. Let's go.
It's easy. Ooh.
Another drifting play on angles with this particular character. Again, highlighting just the simple fact that, again, these are some character poses, but poses that we can actually pull off with this character to give her a bit of uniqueness. Right now, you can see I actually have her hammer in her left hand. Now, that's her mallet. That's basically the enlarged mallet that we know her for carrying, being Harley Quinn herself. Basically, again, this time right foot tilted, left foot is the planted foot on the ground, where majority of her weight is going to be sustained. If we tilt her up a bit, we basically have her with her blaster pistol or her pistol in the arm, ready to do damage. Little playful smirk. But again, I'm just going for the essence of Harley and how beautiful this character is. We don't want to take away from that, but still basically sustaining the beautiful element of what she actually carries. And I love it. I love what I get from this character. I love everything about it. As you can see, basically once we get her on, we have her on the rotating table. You can just see the presence, the pure presence that we actually get from this character. Again, it's just playing on angles, giving you something to play around with when it comes to the character. Again, there's so many different things you can actually do with her. So many poses you can pull off. But again, I wanted to keep it as elegant as possible. She's a beautiful character, and I just couldn't help myself. So I'll have that Batgirl in this week. So I'll probably do some, companion poses with both of them together, as that's what I was planning on doing in the first place. But again, love this character, love the essence, love the beauty, everything that she actually carries with her. And again, just because it's restricting doesn't mean that you can't pull off the character poses that you're looking for. So just be patient, use your imagination, and there's a lot you can do with her. But for me, I love it. I love what I get from her. I love the angles. I love everything. And especially from a photography standpoint, look at that. Look at that. Boom. There's so much that you get. Good lighting, good poses, and again, you can pull it off and it will look beautiful in your display. Let's go. For this last pose, again, another play on angles. This time I am enlisting the help of the stand in a totally different way. As you can see, I have her leg tilted up. This time it's her right leg tilted up, but hindered, or actually leaning on the inner part of the actual stand. So instead of it being a crotch grabber, it is now giving her the stability that it needs for that leg, actually tilting on the left leg as the pressure point, where basically most of her weight is going to be pressured. This time I have her slightly leaned back. As you can see, it has her pistol in arm, that over the left shoulder. Again, her pistol is drawn, target in sight, but a little bit of elegance with this character in a sense. And again, we're playing with angles here. Now, I wanted to use her mallet, but it wouldn't have worked. I'm just going to tell you that right off the bat. It would have probably worked and I could have pulled it off. But I just wanted to kind of be a bit more playful with this character. And yeah, just showcase a little bit more with her elegance, beauty. And yeah, like I'm pretty happy with this. I'm happy the way it turned out. I'm happy how I actually have it right now. So there's no arguments there. Again, you just want to be careful how you have her. But again, great lighting, and look at that. Look at that. Simply amazing. So much grace in this character. So much that you have with her. So many things that you can do with her. Ways that you can play around with this particular character and get what you want. She's beautiful all the way down to her toes. But no, I loved it. I love this character. I love what I was able to basically pull off. Going to see if I can kind of get her. I would actually turn on a rotating table, but I'm afraid to do so because she might fall, she might tilt, and I have her stable. But you get the idea. I could probably slightly turn her around a bit to kind of show her off a little bit myself without her being on a rotating table, but you get the gist of it. Look at that. Even from the back, it looks amazing. From this side, from this angle, it looks amazing. I love it. I love it. Didn't want to turn on the rotating table because I didn't want her to fall, but man, she is a beautiful figure. I am so happy about this figure. I love it. I love having her on my display. I love how I'm going to have her on my display. And if you get her, you'll probably love it too. But yes, love this figure. Love it. She's amazing. Again, just a few tips, different ways that you can play around with this figure, especially if you have her in your DTOF or whatever display you would actually have her in. But just giving you a few ideas of how you can kind of play around with it and get some of the angles that you want. Again, this is LR for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. Proudly presents Take Your Position, Harley Quinn Arkham. I will put the link at the bottom where I actually got this figure. I did get this one through Sideshow. You can get yours through a different outlet. There's Toys Wonderland, there's Underground Toys, my man Ray has it, Big Bad Toy Store. Don't pass up on this figure. I mean, if you're an Arkham fan, if you're a Harley fan, this will probably be the best for you. Again, I buy this figure with my own money. I'm not trying to sell you on anything. As a matter of fact, I will tell you, if you don't like it, don't buy it. You know what I mean? Don't buy figures that you don't like, that you don't have vested interest in. Get figures that you do have vested interest in and have fun with them. Again, another play on angles. If you want to take photography photos, look how beautiful this thing looks. Literally. Beautiful. Again, I will put the link at the bottom of this video where I got this figure from. This is LR for the 1/6 Scale Man. Proudly presents Take Your Position. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. As always, prepare for my next video. LR, again, for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube page. Proudly presents Take Your Position. We are out. Peace and love, and have a nice holiday.